The Bengals, 9.5. It's going to be a different season this year because there's going to be a lot of expectations, something they didn't have to deal with last year.
They're going to have a bullseye on their back. I mean, bottom line is no one's looking at them as the doormat anymore. They're looking at them as a legitimate contender, not only in the AFC North, but the AFC in general. So it all starts with Joe Burrow. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We saw that last season, but that connection to Jamar Chase and then how the rest of the group comes along. And if they can't protect him, which they've obviously made moves this offseason to try to beef up that offensive line and protect him, and then trying to make some additions too on the defensive side of the football. For me, though, as we sit here right now and talk about some of these futures bets, it's all about the division. And Danny, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm kind of worried where Baltimore's at. You know, there's the contract talks and everything else, the frustration with the front office and Lamar Jackson. I'm not sure where their defense is going to be at. They hire Mike McDonald, and Don Martindale goes out, and you kind of take for granted maybe what he brought to the team. Maybe Baltimore takes a step back. They're not quite as competitive, especially with everything else going on. Cleveland with Deshaun Watson. We don't even know if he's going to be suspended or not and how that whole situation is going to work itself out. And then you have the Pittsburgh Steelers, who at this point I think Mitch Trubisky is going to be their starting quarterback. Is that an upgrade from Big Ben or not? And defensively, how do they handle the additional pressure now if their offense can't, figure out a way of putting up more points? So I look at this number, I say I'm going to take the over, but it's a lot of parity in this division. I think it's going to be tight, but I'm willing to bet the Bengals are the top division right now.
Did you just ask if Mitchell Trubisky is an upgrade over Ben Roethlisberger?
Well,
I'll say no. Just do you think so? You think
last year's version? He's not saying. I mean, it's last year's version. He can't throw the ball down the field.
I'm just saying. What do we consider?
We don't know what we're going to get out of the Steelers. Is that your point, right?
Yeah.
And I think the Ravens. There's some concerns there. I took the under. I love Joe Burrow. I love his story. I don't think this is about him. I think this is more about as an organization proving you got there. Now can you stay there? I think that's a really hard thing to do. And for a franchise that has really struggled post Marvin Lewis to get to the playoffs and have some lasting success, I don't trust them at this point. And I still want to see some of these issues along the offensive line that they have addressed through free agency. How does that resolve itself? Is that going to be the answer when you plug in a guy like Karras at the center position? Is that going to be the answer? There's continuity that comes with offensive line play. Joe Burrow, as great as he played, was banged up so badly last year. They've got to get him better protection. This team isn't going anywhere, but as far as the win total, I'll take it just below the 9.5.
So they're not going anywhere?
They're not going anywhere, but they're going to go under 9.5.
Oh, they're not going anywhere.
They're staying around.
Okay.
Yes.
You see them as what, a wild card team?
Yeah.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.